Hi everybody, welcome to or back to my channel, Mel KB Vlogs. There was a plot twist that kind of ruined everything. Okay, so I'm back after I don't even know how long, but basically I was just on a cruise ship contract where our itinerary was in places where I really couldn't edit and put up YouTube videos, so I ended up not really filming much, and I obviously wasn't able to post. There weren't really places to go get Wi-Fi, and there wasn't Wi-Fi on the ship that allowed YouTube. So yeah, couldn't really post. It wasn't like my last contract where I was in Europe and I had literally the full day, 8 a.m. to midnight, to go out and port, have fun, take a break at a coffee shop, upload, all of that. This one was very different, so I'm gonna update you on everything. Yeah, let's get into it. I don't even know where to start. Well, I do want to say that I did film a few videos of this contract, so I'm going to be editing those and I'm gonna upload them for the next month, and then starting in July I will be back in New York City and back to my usual content, so get ready for that. Okay, so basically it was September. Yeah, it was September, and the very end of September as well. And there was one ship that I always really wanted to do with the company I was with, the cruise company. So I'm with Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, and you can work on NCL, Regent, and Oceania lines. And there is a ship, the Regent Navigator, that I always really wanted to do because they have really interesting itineraries and they have shows that I really wanted to do. And I found out at the end of September that they had an opening for my track, which is the female singer dancer. On select ships, there's that track, and there's only one of them on those ships. So like my track is like rare to come by. So there was an opening, I found out, so I emailed and I was like, hey, heard you need a female singer dancer starting in a few weeks. I'm available, my medical is up to date, let's go. And they were like, great. And I basically got the offer, which was crazy because I had been emailing the cruise company since I left my last ship in April that I did want to do another contract, and I didn't get anything. So, you know, it was luck that I found out that they had an opening, and also just the good timing, and it worked out. So yeah, I think I had 3 weeks from when I found out to get ready, and this cruise line is a bit different because it's luxury, so I had to go and get a bunch of gowns and nicer outfits, heels, jewelry, everything to get ready for this contract. And then I headed off to Tampa in October for rehearsal. So yeah, the shows were really great. One of the ones is Broadway in concert, which they don't do on the NCL ships, which are the ones that I used to do. And this one's like a big spectacle. We're in these beautiful gowns, we have costume changes, there's full blocking, like it's a full show, as opposed to on NCL it was like a little cabaret in a lounge. And I got to sing Maybe This Time from Cabaret, and I did a beautiful Andrew Lloyd Webber trio with the 2 other female singers, and we did just a bunch of numbers where we all were singing the whole time. And I think that was really great for me because it was a show where I just got to be a singer. And then we had 3 other shows. One of them is World Rhythms / World Beat, which I've done before on the NCL ship, and I'm a dancer in that. So that was nice and easy, knew that one. And then the other 2, one was Great American Song Factory, which was all like 50s, 60s, sock hop, American Bandstand, Ed Sullivan Show, that kind of a thing, which was like totally up my alley. And that one I was equally a singer and a dancer. It was really fun. I got to be Cher for part of it. And then the other show was Tuxedo, which is very like classic jazzy, Frank Sinatra, all of that. And that one I also was singing and dancing. So yeah, they were really good shows. I think that they pushed me more dance-wise. I think I really got to be super technical, and it pushed me in a lot of different ways, and the singing as well. So overall the shows were really great, and then the itinerary was crazy, except there was a plot twist. There was a plot twist that kind of ruined everything. Yeah, we'll get into that. So the itinerary was, we started in Dubai and we basically went down. God, I need like a map here. Maybe I'll put a little map, but it was basically like Dubai down through India, and then Indonesia, Malaysia, Bali, Thailand, all of that. We went over to Australia, New Zealand, French Polynesia, South Pacific, all of that, and then we went back up and ended back where we started. However, that was not supposed to be the plan. Originally, this contract was going to complete a lot of my dreams, and unfortunately, things don't always work out the way they're supposed to. So we were originally supposed to, once we hit Dubai, we were supposed to continue up, go through the Middle East, the Red Sea, Egypt, Israel, everything like that, through, hit Cyprus, which is where my brother-in-law is from, and then go through the Mediterranean, and it was going to be Italy and Greece and France, and end in Amsterdam. And then I was planning on getting off in Amsterdam and traveling around a bit by myself before heading home. And that was supposed to be up until June 15th. And today is, what's today? May 25th, and I've been home for a month. So we left a little bit early, which,
here's what I found.
Go away, Siri. Which sucked because I lost out on the money I was planning on making. That would have been 2 months worth of money, and then all of those amazing places that I would have gotten to visit. However, there are more important things happening in the world, and because of the war, we cannot go through the Red Sea. They're like bombing ships that go through there. So yeah, for safety reasons, our ship had to completely change everything. So what my ship did was they dropped most of the crew off in Abu Dhabi, and then the ship went all the way around Africa, and actually today they just got to Barcelona. So it took them a month to go all the way around without any guests on board. So because of that, they let go all of the entertainment staff, and yeah, our contract got cut short, which sucked. It's still like really difficult in my heart that happened, but things happen for a reason, and I'll kind of update you on where I am now and what's going on. But just to like gloss over what the contract was like, I never thought I would go to those places, like, and for free. Like, I got paid to go to Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. Singapore was one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I never thought I would go there. And all of those places, I know I would never, unless I'm like super rich in the future, but I will never be able to pay to go to those places. So yeah, it was a dream come true, and I'm really, really glad that I did that contract and that it happened. So yeah, that's the little recap of that. Then we had another little plot twist happen where, going into this contract, I decided that this would be my last cruise ship contract, because as you all know, I just joined Actors Equity. I am very, very motivated to make my dreams come true, which include being in musicals. I just love pure musicals, and I want to do them again. So I want to be in those rooms auditioning for them and just living that life, and hopefully do another Broadway tour and one day Broadway. So because of that, I was like, okay, this is gonna be my last cruise ship contract. I am gonna make a great amount of money that will help me in my life in New York, and then I'll also have gone to all the places I wanted to go to, so that travel itch will also be gone, so I can just relax and be like, all right, we're gonna commit to being in New York. Then the contract got cut short, and I said, I have a lot less money than I planned on, and my travel itch is even worse because I had my heart set on going to all those places, and now I'm not going. And then one day I woke up and had an email from NCL, and they offered me another Regent ship, the Regent Voyager. And that contract would start in July, and basically it would be traveling through all of those ports that I would have missed in the Mediterranean. So that was hard. I really struggled with what I should do, and ultimately I decided to not do it because first there were times where I was like, you know what, it's worth it, I should just do it and then I can move on with my New York life. But there was just something in my gut saying that I don't know, I just need to be in New York. Another thing was on Regent, which was very different from NCL. We didn't have a lot of guest privileges like I was used to, and I wasn't able to eat in the guest areas. I was mostly eating in the crew mess, and I have celiac disease, and basically they were not accommodating at all to me having celiac disease. They would make me a gluten-free sandwich after the shows, which was the most dry piece of bread in the world. I had to pour water in my mouth while chewing to be able to chew it, and it would be this small, and that would be the food I was given after a full show. I would ask in the mess, is this gluten-free, is this gluten-free, and it would take them 10 minutes to go find out if it was or not. Getting simple chicken made, it was not good. I was living off of rice and chicken basically, and couldn't really get accommodation, and that really took a toll on my mental and physical health. I have a lot of stomach problems, and basically it got so much worse. I think my health on this contract was just really bad. Like, I had a stomach ache every day and was just struggling. I didn't feel like I was fueling my body right. I had to like live off of those like heat up pho noodles and chips because I just couldn't get fuel. So after reflecting on that and talking to my mom about that, she was like, I don't think you should do another Regent ship because this just isn't good for your health. And because you were planning on this being your last ship anyway, I think you should just let it be. But because the contract fell into my lap and it was for the itinerary that I now missed, it just felt like it was the universe being like, here you go. Like, it makes up for what happened. But it was just so hard to decide, and like still I have anxiety about it because I'm like, oh my God, like I could be doing that, but I just need to stay confident in my decision and know that it was the right choice for my health and then also for my future. I'm just going to stick to what I decided to do and get to New York. So now I had a subletter in my apartment until July because that's around when I would be home from the contract. And she's still there. So I decided to come to my parents' house in New Jersey, which is where I am right now. And it actually worked out because I also wasn't prepared to be paying my rent again this soon. So, you know, luckily my subletter was staying until July. And then my sister, who has the 2 babies, they moved from Massachusetts to New Jersey, and they're currently looking for a house, and they moved in with my parents. So in this house is my mom, dad, me, my older sister, her husband, and 2 babies. So it is wild here this summer, and they have very graciously let me be the nanny. So they are paying me to take care of the kids 3 days a week, and I'm nannying them, which is great. And then so I'm able to make some money while spending time with my niece and nephew, who, you know, I love so much. So I'm also kind of making up for all of that lost time of being away on the ship to spend time with them. And then in July, when the sublet is free, my apartment is free, I'm getting back to my apartment and I'm getting back on the grind. We're gonna be in dance classes, my voice lessons. I'm gonna join an acting class. So all the things are happening, and I'm now an equity actor, so I will be going to all of the auditions that I possibly can, and my agent will be sending me out, and I'm just gonna be reaching towards my dreams. I also got a remote writing job, and it is not, I don't have like a signed contract yet, so I'm not like officially hired, but keep your fingers crossed that all goes well and that I can write as my day job while I'm in New York, and that all goes well. And yeah, that's basically the update. So make sure you subscribe and follow along, because we're gonna go on this journey together. I feel like this is a whole new era for me, a whole new chapter. I just turned 30 on this contract. I feel really, really motivated to just get out there and pound the pavement, make my dreams come true, live my life that, you know, I've been dreaming of living. I have a great apartment. I have great friends in the city. I really feel like I have found my footing there, and I'm just gonna commit to staying there and getting my face out there until we book the Broadway tour or Broadway show. So yeah, thanks for watching this. Get ready for next week. I'm gonna start editing now my vlogs from the cruise contract, and just look for that if you want to see some travel videos and kind of see what I was up to on there. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.